Wow, the dust came up from that and everything.
I saw that.
You can turn down while we're talking.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Are you kidding? Wait, you don't go like up, down?
Oh, see, I don't have a style behind it yet.
This is on?
Okay, you're already teaching me.
Yeah, and then, ah!
Guys, I'm with Phil X, and just for a little context, my lack of introduction for Phil X, it was lacking. Yeah, I think I was just low-key kind of nervous because Phil X, you know, if you don't know who Phil X is, he is the lead guitarist for Bon Jovi. He tours with him all over the world, and he's pretty much a rock god. I mean, let's just be honest here. I met Phil exactly a year ago at GitCon in Germany, and he just stood out. Not because of how amazing he is on guitar, but his personality. He was friendly to everybody. He's just a very go with the flow, carefree, happy-go-lucky person. And he just has this contagious positivity to him. And I love the way that he approaches guitar with that, because I believe that you need a positive attitude to excel on guitar. You have to have a positive mindset, because if you approach guitar with a negative mindset, it's not going to be so easy to grow. You have to be able to accept that you're going to make mistakes. You have to take it easy on yourself. You have to pace yourself. So it was amazing to get to sit down with Phil, a complete honor. This is a mini guitar lesson that Phil and I had together where he shared really important tips that I feel like are going to help so many of you, whether you are just starting out on guitar or approaching a new style of guitar that you are not used to yet. You guys know I'm on this new electric guitar journey. I'm learning how to play lead, and I figured you'd be a great person to teach me a couple of new things. And I feel like there's just quite a bit I can learn from you. I learned this cool rock star trick with the volume knob.
See?
Really cool.
That's what we learned today. This way to rock, and this way to rock up. And it's a move.
It's very swift.
Yeah,
because I was just dialing it like this, like I was tuning the radio. And
right, and what's a radio anymore?
Speed is kind of what I'm still trying to get down.
Well, speed takes some time.
Yeah, it's like accuracy over speed.
Yeah, you want to be accurate. You want to be articulate, because people that sound fast but sloppy, some people don't understand that it's sloppy, but when you A-B somebody that comes in and plays super articulate and super fast, where you hear every note, then you realize what sloppy is. But I think what's really important is your state of mind, because you have to be patient.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny, you want to do something fast, but you got to be slow to get fast.
Exactly. So kind of an example of what I was working on, this song, Are You Mine by Arctic Monkeys. There's this riff that goes, it's really fast, and I'm like struggling with the speed, and so it's like, and so I'm trying to like get that, but I don't want to be sloppy with it.
Right.
So I'm trying to take my time and go, and kind of tell myself where to alternate pick in the right places too, because that's very important.
Well, is every note picked, or is it hammer on like what you're doing?
So it's like hammered on like this, and then again, and then like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're going, we're tuned different.
Oh, we are.
Awesome.
Ah, nice.
I'll play in your key.
Okay.
Wait. I'm really low. Oh, you're right. We're in the same thing.
Nice.
So that's what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what you want to do is, first of all, even when you're playing it slow, you want to slow it down so it's even. So instead of going, you want to go.
So it's kind of like the same kind of flow, but just slower.
You have to do the exact same flow.
Okay.
Otherwise, when you speed it up, it won't be right. You ever hear somebody play Back in Black like they go?
Oh my gosh, that was me in one of my videos. And then you like bend the string, like. I know I need to work on that.
Yeah, so you don't want to play it like that.
Yeah.
You want to play the riff exactly how it would be if it was just slowed down. You know,
so everything's cohesive.
Yes,
Yeah.
cohesive.
Okay.
A lot of people ask me questions about at interviews and at clinics and stuff like that. Like, what's a great way to develop your pinky?
Yeah, I was trying to like kind of work at that too.
So this is what I would do if I was, because I'm probably the biggest culprit of not using my pinky when I'm playing fast, because these guys are nuts. Yeah. And this guy's kind of like timid and in the background. Just to give you an idea with something that's familiar with everybody. Like everybody plays, like for instance, Black Dog by Zeppelin, right? So, and this is just an example.
Okay.
Okay, so if I want to work on my pinky, I'm going to do that because I know it, I nail it, but let's do it without the index finger. Yeah, so that's like...
Wow, that's way more challenging.
It's way more challenging, but you're getting your pinky working.
You work that dexterity there.
And you can, and you've been playing with your index finger your whole life.
Yeah.
So once you take it out of the blend, not only are you working on your pinky, but you're getting the dexterity thing going with all your fingers. Because
cool.
and you have to kind of like think about it for a second. Like, how does that go?
Yeah.
And you could do that with any lick, like a. Now you're bending with your pinky and everything's really weird.
Nice.
But it's a way to get all your fingers going.
Tips on string bending, because I'm struggling with that a little bit.
Is it because of getting the right pitch, or is it because you have a hard time bending?
I think it's trying to get the right pitch.
Okay, here's the thing. It's you'd be better off like playing to a record or a keyboard or holding a note down, a drone note, so you can bend up to it.
Okay.
Because like say it's if you have the drone, then it gives you a point of reference.
Okay, and I noticed you're using multiple fingers in that bend.
That's what I was gonna say.
Okay.
Nobody bends with one finger.
Yeah.
Jimmy Page doesn't. Richie Blackmore doesn't. Nobody does. Because if you can't go, you can't do that with one finger. Nobody does that.
That's insane. Yeah.
Okay, now try it. Now put all your fingers behind it, like that. 3 fingers.
3? How do you get all the...
No. Is this the note? First finger here.
First finger there.
Second finger there.
Here.
And third finger there. Now bend it with all 3 fingers.
Oh, so that way it's behind, so that way it only like picks up this note, but that's the
exactly.
Support. I get what you're saying.
And you only need a third of the strength, because all your fingers are doing it. And then you go, and then you get the. Now, do you go up or down?
I usually go up, but I heard you can.
Okay, this is crazy now. You ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so.
Okay.
I'll depending on the lick, I'll go up or down.
Really?
So like I'll go. Say we're in. So I bent up.
Yeah.
But if I want to do another. So sometimes I go up and sometimes I go down. Because pitch-wise, it all goes up.
Yeah, that's something I just got to kind of work on.
But you feel how it's easier, right?
Yeah, and
with all 3 fingers.
It feels more natural to use more fingers, I think. Too.
Yeah.
And something I actually want to touch on while we're sitting here is that like sitting with you here in this room, I'm learning so much. And like I was saying earlier, like me several years ago, this would have been such an intimidating setting because playing with someone who has more experience and, but it's great to sit down with someone else who just knows more or like knows a different style than you play.
Yeah.
And it's very inspiring. Like when I met you at GitCon and I met so many other people and I saw you guys on the stage, I felt re-inspired to really like get going on my electric guitar journey.
Right.
I felt it and I went back home and I'm like, I need to do this. Like I want to go harder on this. And
I think you can learn from anybody. That's the key. I don't think the key is you can jam with somebody that's better than you, and then of course it's going to have its benefits.
Yeah.
But if you're just jamming with a friend, say you've both been playing for a year.
Yeah.
Everybody has a different year.
Yeah, that's
you know what
true.
I mean? Like some people practice 8 hours a day for a year and are amazing, and some people practice for 1 hour a day for a year and aren't.
Yeah.
Because it's the time you put in, right? But
yeah.
I remember multiple occasions that I was teaching someone, and while I was teaching them, I learned something.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't do what I was doing, so I altered it so they could do it.
Yeah.
And then I was, that's a cool way to do it. You know what I mean? So you can learn from anyone.
I totally get that. Like, I have a friend back home. We're both like acoustic players, and but we have slightly different styles. So we end up just kind of teaching each other stuff, and we're just jam friends.
Yeah.
Like, we just hang out, and it's so cool.
The other thing is too is if you jam with other people, it develops your time.
Yeah.
Because time is so important.
It is.
Yeah. So if you're soloing at home by yourself, or you have somebody going,
and you gotta play it,
and then you're playing the time, and it's like now you're playing to their time. So if their time is terrible, that's not very beneficial. But that's why we have drum machines and metronomes and
looper pedals and
looper pedals are amazing because you have to be good, and you develop a point of reference for your time, which is an amazing tool.
Yeah, that's something I wanted to get into, is using a looper pedal to kind of practice with myself and just kind of get that timing down. Yeah.
Well, because I noticed that you also not only have to have good time with your hands, but you have the good time when you press on the pedal.
Yeah.
Because if you press on the wrong beat,
that's the thing.
If you press on the wrong beat, then you screwed up your loop.
It's just getting used to that too.
It's just crazy.
It is. Well, I want to thank you so much for joining with me today.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Awesome. You're very welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, it was great.
All right.
Yeah. That's how to end a Phil X collab.
All right.
Boom. Didn't want to hit you with my ring.
That's all right, but
I
thank you.
figured that would hurt. Thanks for the gummy bears, by the way.
They came with a pedal.